Hello everyone, this is Pal Pondron Weather coming at you with another video. In this update, we're going to be talking about a major winter storm with an ice storm warning as well as some heavy snow going into New England. So before I do get started, if you do like weather related content, please subscribe to my channel as I will upload daily updates to keep you ahead of the storm. And I do ask you to share this video with your friends and family on social media. All right, so let's get started. Here is the latest watches and warnings. And we've got that snowstorm that's kind of ending over Texas, but we've got a huge swath of winter storm warnings and even an ice storm warning, as well as a winter storm watch all the way from Oklahoma, getting into Missouri, into Illinois, as well as Indiana, even Michigan, as well as Ohio, and then getting into the mid-Atlantic, the Northeast, as well as New England. So we've got a huge swath kind of to talk about. Let's take you back. So yesterday, man, that snowstorm in Texas, that heavy snow event that we talked about, came to fruition in a big way. This is Big Bend National Park, all the way out here in West Texas. I mean, we're talking they received 12 to 24 inches, 2 feet of snow in Texas. Can you believe that? 2 feet. It even snowed in Mexico. But man, look at this. Look at that site. I mean, even Big Springs picked up 14 inches. So that was a pretty big event for Texas. But that same storm will kind of continue moving off to the Northeast today. Here's the latest 500 millibar to kind of show you how these systems are going to play out over the next several days. And we've got that storm system in the upper feature that's going to be over Missouri today, dumping those that ice and then getting into Illinois, and this will progress into Michigan and then eventually swing off into the New England. But then we have a secondary low developing behind that. It's kind of like a conveyor belt. It'll train over the same initial areas, dumping some more leftover snow. But then we have another system developing on the backside. This is on Sunday over Kansas, Colorado getting into Kansas. And this will kind of swing through and then eventually set the stage for a pretty big snow event for New England, because this low pressure dives all the way down. This is by, say, Tuesday, and this will dive all the way down off the coast, drawing in some of that colder air. Here's your 540, and we're talking a potentially heavy snow event for New England. That's on the table for, say, Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's kind of walk you through the timeline and how all this is going to play out over the next several days. So we've got that initial storm system that's dumping some leftover snow into Oklahoma. Gosh, I think the last time I saw Oklahoma City had another 6 inches of snow. So they've had a lot of snow so far in December, and that'll swing through Kansas. And then here's your ice event that we talked about in Missouri that's happening right now, and it's setting the stage for Illinois as well, dumping some some ice. And then even they have an ice storm warning for you guys going on right now in Illinois, and this will swing through Indiana as well as getting into portions of Ohio. And then we got that heavier rain on the south side. But as this kind of swings through, I mean, you notice here off the northwest, I mean, this atmospheric river has been relentless, dumping some heavy rain just day after day after day off the coast of Washington, getting into Oregon, and then dumping some interior snow as it progresses, further inland. But now we have that secondary low that's developed, and this will be by tomorrow. That'll swing through, dumping some leftover snow showers into Illinois, getting into Michigan, and this will kind of swing through a little bit of an ice event, setting the stage for Pennsylvania as we get into southern portions of New York. And then on the rain on the south side into the southeast, getting into the Carolinas. And as that low continues to move up, this isn't the major snowstorm that we're going to talk about for New England. This is just that first initial wave that's kind of coming through right now. This will be tomorrow, and this will dump some snow showers into Vermont, getting into New Hampshire as well as Maine. So as we continue through, here's your ice event that's going to happen over the next 2 days, and there's going to be some leftover ice into Oklahoma. But yeah, you're talking some pretty ice event for Missouri, central and northern parts, and even the southern parts as this continues to track. I mean, anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch and then 1/10 of an inch in spots. And that's where they have that ice storm warning going on right now in Illinois, dumping those freezing rain event where these temperatures are cold enough, it'll freeze on the surface. So treacherous travel happening right now. And this will continue through tomorrow and going into Ohio, and then dumping some of that freezing rain into Pennsylvania as well as New York, and getting into portions of Massachusetts. But now let's go back to the surface feature, and this is by Sunday. Here's that second system that we kind of talked about. Leftover snow showers into Illinois, into northern parts of Indiana, and then we have some more rain for you guys coming up in the Carolinas. But as this continues through, you can see it kind of more or less peters itself out by this system by Sunday, which some just leftover showers getting into Michigan and portions of Pennsylvania by then, and this will continue moving. So you see, we have several systems to talk about, and as this moves through the Northeast, and this will be by Monday. But now, as this continues to develop, this kind of lags behind. This low pressure lags behind in the Northeast, and as it sits off the coast, I mean, these are over a 6-hour time span. I think what's happening is we're starting to see the initial blocking pattern in Greenland, and it's allowing the systems to kind of slow down. They typically travel a little fast from west to east, but as that blocking feature starts to take shape in Greenland, it'll allow these systems to kind of slow down and kind of lag behind. And as it lags, it'll draw in that colder air over the top and have those overriding conditions. And that's going to be setting the stage potentially for a pretty big snow event that's going to be coming up for New England for Tuesday as well as Wednesday. So it has that low pressure system just kind of sitting off the coast of Maine, dumping some very heavy snow for New England by Wednesday. And then you can see again, we have another system coming off the northwest, so just a relentless amount of rain and snow in the interior regions of the northwest. But here's your snowfall. So here's that first initial batch of snow that's moving through Texas right now, that's ending, that's going through Oklahoma. We'll go through portions of Missouri, and this is just over the next 5 days. Okay, this is not a long time span. And this will continue off through southern portions of Iowa, getting into central and northern Illinois, northern Indiana. I know Indiana's missed out on a lot of these events, unfortunately. And then this snow swath will be over central and southern Michigan. And then this will swing through Pennsylvania. And as we get into the Northeast, that's when that low pressure system kind of lags behind and kind of sits there and just draws in some of that deeper moisture. And we could be picking up some pretty healthy totals. So, obviously this snow, we have another 5 days to kind of track this system. So these amounts are going to be a little bit off because we don't know the exact track of this this low pressure. But the GFS is even more bullish, lagging this system behind. Of course, this is that initial swath on the that system that came through. But here's your New England feature dumping some very heavy snow. I mean, we could be picking up double digits totals for New England for Tuesday into Wednesday. And if we kind of zoom into that feature, you can see those snow showers behind. But man, these snowfalls totals are pretty impressive. I mean, the GFS model has it pretty bullish as lagging this system behind, dumping some 10, 15, almost 20 inch amounts in the interior regions of Maine, getting into Vermont and especially New Hampshire. And I mean, gosh, Boston, I mean, we're talking, if we zoom in, I mean, I don't know, Boston, 22 inches. Yeah, I don't know. That's not all, I wouldn't say take that verbatim right now because, of course, this is 5 days out. The European model is, half that amount. But yeah, it just depends on where that system kind of sets up off the Northeast in New England, later on Tuesday and Wednesday. But here's the Canadian. I mean, which pretty much matches the GFS, having that system kind of lag behind, just kind of sitting there and dumping some very impressive snowfall totals, getting into Massachusetts, New Hampshire, into Maine. If we kind of zoom into that, yeah, I mean the Canadians even actually more bullish than the GFS right now. And this is not a long time frame. This is only the next 5 days. So we're not talking, I'm showing you a 10 or a 15-day time frame or anything like that. This is just over the next 5 days. So we'll have to see this, as this system kind of, I'll tweak it, as the system kind of nears to kind of get a better idea of what's happening as the system lags behind. But I think that's my initial thinking with this potential setup, is that Greenland blocking starting to come to fruition, and we're starting to see these systems kind of lag behind and kind of slow down, and that opens the door for more opportunities of colder air getting trapped in. And then as that low pressure develops, it'll have a cold core to itself, drawing in that cold air just from the low pressure system, dumping some heavier snow amounts. So I'll definitely fine tune that event. But yeah, for right now, we're talking a huge swath of a snow and ice event, and then potentially a heavy snow event coming up for Tuesday and Wednesday for New England. So I appreciate you guys watching. Do like this video. Definitely leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to catch the latest update where I protect you before and after the storm.